Hello, winner. This is PhillyMidlife here. Today, what I have for you is my run through of the last Shinra VR challenge in FF7 Remake to fight Pride and Joy and get that last trophy. Sort of a combination walkthrough, me bragging that I finally got this a few nights ago. I'm going to take you step by step through my process and my build and how we did this. So this footage right here is from after the fact. So here's my build. Okay. Steadfast block, ATB. This is key. Barrier magnify. You might think you want magnify on healing. You don't. You want that on barrier. Because that is the only way you're going to survive these bosses' limit breaks. Everyone gets healing and revival. And you get stat boosts. 2 maxed out HP ups and MP ups will double your health and magic. So that's critical. Steadfast blocks again. Assess. Okay. This is key right here. Let me go back to that. Key part of the process here. This is Cloud again. This is very clumsy. I don't edit this. Okay, you see how Tifa has an Assess Materia. You do not need an Assess Materia unless you also have a very specific problem in your brain that makes you crave completion with no intrinsic or extrinsic reward. I haven't scanned Pride and Joy at this point. This will be my first time fighting him, so I need to assess him. Tifa gets time magic because that's how she uses haste. Healing and revival, standard, stat boosts. Aerith, magic ups, healing, revival. Lightning and fire. That is for fighting Leviathan, fighting Shiva, and fighting Pride and Joy. And magic ups to make those spells stronger. This is the reward you get for doing this, because this is footage taken from after I've done this. This is Gotadamurum, which is a weird term that also means Ragnarok. Is like the death of the gods, or like twilight of the gods, something like that. And yeah, enter battle with a full limit break gauge, and limit gradually fills during battle. That is an amazing item that you never have any reason to use because you've already had to do the hardest thing in the game to get this point. So now that we've gone through the build, I am showing off the picture a little bit too much here. And I don't want to skip this too far ahead. Thought there was a fast forward button on media player, but apparently not. I'm too proud of this editing magic that I did earlier, and I didn't want to skip it. Yeah. I hope you realize that's not how you actually get into this. You go to the computer, you don't take a nap. Alright, Shiva. Key thing to know about Shiva is casting a fire spell. I think at least Fira will put her in pressure mode. That's why I'm using Aerith right now to build her ATB.
Can you take over for me?
And she's not making this easy. I've had much cleaner runs of this fight. And I'm playing it really safe because I don't want to burn all of my HP or MP. Make sure Tifa has Rise and Fall up. Really make sure everyone has their ATBs filled up so you can maximize your damage.
Keep eyes.
Yep, this is Aerith getting interrupted by that whiteout. And no, that irritates the hell out of me. It got really bad. During everything. This is another BS thing. Cross familiars. While she has this up, you cannot pressure her with fire magic. You have to wait until all the snowflakes go away. Yeah, so now you're just damaging her. Doing the best you can. and they're getting hit with Blizzaga, block Blizzaga, and you'll be able to dodge the explosion that comes afterward. Yeah, I take advantage of this one moment that she doesn't have her frost familiars, and she brings them up before the fireball actually connects. Yeah, everyone has cure and raise because everyone is on healing duty in this challenge, and that's why you want magnify the barrier materia, so Cloud can put shell, protect, and mana ward on the whole party at once. If you try to do that one at a time, especially when you're fighting Bahamut, you're gonna get toasted. This is her re-upping her frost familiars when she already has them up. Stop it. Get some help. Stop getting help. I don't want to see those snowflakes again. Stop re-upping your frost familiars. She will do that. I've had much cleaner runs of this fight. That took half the time, but this is the winning run, so you're gonna see it. Not every fight against Shiva will go this long or be this tedious.
Bring it.
Ideally, I would have done this before she had a chance to do one frost familiar. More frost familiars. She can't stop it. Okay, now notice like she's lost them. Now I take the opportunity, hit her with that Fira. Firaga. Now she's pressured and I lay it on her. I don't believe in the quick select menu. I use the actual pause button menu.
Take him down.
Strike harder.
Let's do this.
Let's see, am I doing it this round? Oh yes, with Eris. Arcane Ward is another good one. If you never used it in the main game, use it here. It tears them to pieces. And with Tifa, use True Strike to make the stagger damage build up like a boss. See, one stagger is all it takes. She had like 80% of her health left. Fat Chocobo is a fairly straightforward fight. Not a whole lot going on here as long as you remember where the block button is. Fun fact, I didn't know that until I got 3/4 of the way through my hard mode run of the main game. So being in Punisher mode, you can hold the block button and Cloud will counterattack. I thought you had to get hit in the transition between Operator and Punisher. That was the window for the counterattack to close. Beat the game 1.5 times before I learned that. A key fundamental part of this game's combat system was lost on me. And yeah, you saw the Moogle summoning ads, just kill the ads, they go down quick. Hit Fat Chocobo enough, and he'll pressure, and then you can just stagger him. He's not a hard fight, and he stays staggered for a
Don't overdo it.
So it's my turn? Okay, let's go.
Make sure Tifa has that rise and fall up so she can get big damage combos and burn as much of Tifa's ATB as you can on True Strike. Fat Chocobo doesn't have any elemental weaknesses, so I just have Eris using Ray of Judgment. That also builds up the stagger meter. You'll also notice I alternate between saying Eris and Aerith because I grew up playing this game and I have a very hard time letting go, even though I know this is the actual way to say it. And see, look at how I'm tearing that ass up. Fat Chocobo's not that hard. Here's one that can be hard. With Leviathan.
Keep it together.
This is another one that before I had a much cleaner run of. But you want to beat Aerith, so you'll focus on her with Briny Bellow, and that will keep him occupied for a while so you can lay into it with your melee characters. And yeah, putting barriers and such on the party. Because Leviathan can do big damage if he wants to.
Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what
Now,
I can do.
I'm playing it very safe here, but you have plenty of MP, I think.
Why don't
As
lead
long
the
as you
way?
don't cut below half, you could be a little more aggressive with your Thunder Magic and your Thundaras. Because that's what's really going to put pressure on him. That's what's going to do damage to him.
Keep it together.
I'm coming. Too bright.
And for this one, he can hit everybody, so put a protect on everybody. And then you won't take hardly any damage. And you've noticed I haven't needed to
turn.
use a
So
Magnify
it's my turn?
Cure throughout this whole thing, because everyone's on healing duty.
Can you take over for me? Let's go.
I can hardly see my screen. My microphone is like covering a whole third of this thing. But I have no idea how badly it's going to mess up the camera if I move my microphone.
Take the lead.
I'll show you what I can do.
This is me building up Aerith's ATB, so I can ideally get a arcane warded Thundaga on him. But you're gonna see if this doesn't work out. So he's staggered. So here's a problem. If you're not directly controlling Aerith, she's an idiot. So I'll put the arcane ward on her. Oh no, this wasn't this one.
Keep up
In
the
another
pressure,
run,
okay?
yes. In another run,
Ready or not? Here I
see
go.
how she like left the arcane ward
Too bright.
in that one moment? Yeah, if you're not babysitting Aerith, she's not gonna stay in the arcane ward. And now he's gonna enter the most annoying phase of this fight.
Deal with that.
Here goes.
I've had runs where I've skipped this phase because of that stagger, and I've been able to kill him while he's circling the arena, or while he's circling the center. But yeah, when he gets to the point where he's slowly flying up, it's really piss annoying to kill him from this point. So I just summon and try to have Bahamut do some damage on him. I have Bahamut do damage on him, and I have Aerith casting Thundara to ping at the rest of his health, a whole fifth of his health he's got left.
You jittery?
And I don't use Arcane Ward here because those water spouts travel just fast enough to interrupt you out of your spells if you try to double cast with Arcane Ward.
How shocking. Too bright?
Check my camera real quick. Oh. Oh, I'm still fine.
Bring it.
We can do better.
Yeah, there's not really much left of the strategy of this fight. He's just pinging at his health until he dies. But he does die.
See you around.
Now, here's the hardest part of this whole challenge. Well, the fight against Bahamut, as you might expect. Punisher mode is your friend here. Punisher mode and counter stance are your best friends. Bahamut has a lot of melee attacks. That counter will build up your ATB. When he's using Flare Breath, roll behind him. Don't let him hit you with that because it'll put slow on you. This is me casting haste to cancel the slow. This is part of why you want to make sure you have someone with a time materia.
I'm coming.
When he grabs you, you just gotta beat his ass. Do enough damage fast enough,
I'll take care of
and
them.
he'll let go. That's why you always want Tifa to have her unbridled strength up. At least one tier, hopefully two.
It's
Because
your
those
turn.
triangle moves
Nothing to
do
worry about.
a fat load of automatic damage.
It's on you.
All set.
Now, when he stops doing that, when he stops moving, he's going to start counting down. He will count down one number and then put out an aura if you don't do enough damage fast enough. If you do enough damage fast enough, he'll be pressured and you can start staggering. But that number is going to go down and he's going to do it again and it'll just be one number lower. And any of you Final Fantasy fans know you don't want that countdown to hit 0. You can dodge those. You saw me dodge the first one. I'm just very bad at dodging the second one. I don't think I've ever successfully dodged both of them. But you can theoretically dodge them. Just want to do a bit of damage here, so I ready up triple slice, but it doesn't pan out. Let my dumbass get hit by flare breath, all part of the strat. I give regen a shot. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Umbral Inferno is not that bad as long as you don't try to go into Punisher mode like I did. You dumbass about it. Right. Everyone's on healing duty, so
Let's switch it up.
guaranteed to have, generally guaranteed to have at least one person who can heal someone who's at critical. Pressure on him again. Counting down from 4.
I got this.
I used Disorder because I wanted that transition into Punisher. That might come back. If I hadn't done that, I probably would have been in a better position. But this is the winning run, so you see how I did this. I put regen on Tifa, so we don't have to worry about healing her. But dodging those both again. I think at this point it occurs to me to put a spell buff on party. Nope, not yet. Counter stance is good. It costs ATB instead of gaining ATB. And Claw Swipe is not melee. Do not use Punisher mode on it. It is a ranged attack. You will get bodied.
Okay, let's go.
Just have to try to use unbridled strength to do enough damage. I don't think it works this time. No. That's what happens if you don't do enough damage fast enough. You'll put out that aura and knock you back, and you won't get the pressure state. And because I miss out on that pressure state, it's going to be a problem
Stay
later.
strong, okay? Watch yourself.
Let's do this.
This is another phase of the fight. He summons Ifrit. everything I've heard says take Ifrit out immediately. He complicates the whole fight. He doesn't have that much health. And ideally, you notice I didn't have any ice materia. Because I'm gonna deal with Ifrit just raw damage. Because my good little friend Ascension. While Ifrit's getting hit with that, he's pressured and stuck. And Bahamut comes in to ruin it like an asshole. But thankfully, because I had Magnify Barrier, everyone could take less damage from him doing that. But you know, I didn't need to stagger, took out Ifrit anyway. He's fairly easy.
My turn.
Still here.
Once again, just showing off how to fuck up dodging Humble Strikes. Humble Frenzy is a good opportunity to use Punisher mode.
Let's turn it up.
I probably could have used a few counter stances there, but I think I would have taken more hits if I did.
Nothing to worry about.
Gotta be careful.
Okay, now he's counting down again, so I make sure to heal. And I pull out Infinity's End to get a big chunk of damage. He's counting down to 1. The next time he does this, he's going to pop Mega Flare immediately.
You're down.
Taking over.
Try my damnedest to get that stagger on, but I don't get it in time. Maybe if I had gotten that one pressure that I missed, I would have been fine. He's gonna dive bomb, so going ahead and putting that Magnify Mana Wall, everyone gets defense buff. I'm gonna start healing everyone as much as I can because things are about to get real very quickly.
I've got you covered.
See, normally that would be like 3,000 damage, and I only did 2. You want Protected Shell, you want Mana Wall, and you want it on everybody.
I'm coming. Let me handle this.
Uh-oh, not everyone's healed all the way. He's using Mega Flare. Can I survive this?
No need to.
But thankfully, that Kiraga hits Cloud just in time during the animation. And you see here is that everyone survived because everyone had Mana Wall and everyone had double the hit points. Like, these key parts of the strategy is to
Gonna pull back.
make sure you can survive, especially just by surviving Mega Flare
So it's my
is going to
turn?
be your biggest hurdle. Whether that is from consistently pressuring Bahamut so you can stagger him away from using Mega Flare, or pumping your health and defense enough that you can just tank it. And that's the way I went.
Come on. My turn.
Someone who's better at the game than I am could have done that, could have staggered Bahamut and interrupted the Mega Flare. But, hey, I'm here to prove you don't have to be great at this game to... You don't have to be the best at this game to get that trophy. So I'm feeling pretty good about this, but I'm still nervous about it. Because I have lost when you have been that low before. You can't afford to think you've got it. But I got it.
Keep those gloves up.
And now, here we are. I pause it because I'm getting hyped. I'm getting excited. Holy crap, this is the first time I'm fighting this guy. This is the first time I'm seeing this guy since he was called Proud Claude in the original game. I'm debating waking my brother up, but I'm thinking, well, I might get my ass kicked by this guy. I don't want my brother to watch me lose this fight. So I was like, okay, I'll get through a lot of the fight and then see how it goes. At what point do I unpause this? More than 30 seconds. A little bit of movement there. There we go. Okay. Just run him around so he doesn't sweep the party with that beam cannon. And just use triple slice on him. Especially when his legs become targetable entities. See, I assessed him. I needed to do that. He was the last man on the list. I can die complete now. Oh, he's weak against lightning. Who would have thought? A machine, huh? Yeah. For those of you wondering, he was a late game boss in the original Final Fantasy VII, called Proud Claude. So he might come up again in maybe the third game in this trilogy as like not a prototype anymore, but the real thing. I've seen guides suggest having fire elemental on Cloud's armor to make him immune to those flame jets and this other the flame puddles he can leave behind, but I didn't need that. I felt like the stat buffs were more valuable than the defense I would have gotten on it. See, you damage his legs because it's not enough that you can pressure him. It's not enough that you can stagger him. You can break his legs and he'll be down for a long time. No, I've not taken a lot of damage. I haven't struggled this far into the fight. And this is literally, I think this is literally the one and only time I've ever used ATB Ward in this game. Aside from like having to keep using it to master it and learn it on her other weapons. But like I don't utilize the ATB ward at all, so it's a waste of an ATB gauge. I don't even know what it did. Okay, if he catches a character, then his arm becomes targetable and you want to focus on that. I decide in that moment to try to cripple his leg again to make him fall.
Here goes.
But it becomes irrelevant. I don't know why I went back into the ATB board. I don't know what it does. And I get interrupted doing my thing again, so that's all fun. You don't even have to damage his right arm all the way for him to make him drop that. Unless Rise and Fall really did just do that much damage. Because that's not a joke of an attack.
It's on you.
I'm coming.
This is me building up Aerith's ATB.
You can do it. I got this.
Just make sure everyone's healed up.
I've got you
About
covered.
a third of the way through the fight, I'm still worried that he's going to pull something bad out of it. It's going to make me regret taking him lightly. So I'll put a physical barrier on everyone. And see, I'm still playing it safe. I don't want to burn through the MP because I don't know how much I'm going to need longer. You can afford to play a lot more aggressively during this whole challenge.
Nothing to worry.
Taking over.
Here goes. Let me. So it's my turn?
And now I am using Fundaga to see if I can take out that Rhydol. And I do, with a double Fundaga.
Need to heal up. Keep it together.
I got this.
Chop it one more time. And I'm feeling hype
Take care
now.
of them.
He's
I think
staggered.
we're almost done.
And in this moment, I've got him staggered. I've got Eris in the Arcane Ward. Got Fundaga locked and loaded. I pause here because now I am waking up my brother to show him me walloping this optional boss. Optional super boss. And get the final trophy of the game. I'm also waking him up because it happened to be dinner time at the time and I wanted to make sure he ate. 30. Oh. Yeah, skipped 30 seconds. And yeah, already just immediate victory screen. A little sneak preview of how this is gonna go.
Hey, you ready? Strike hard and fast. You jittery?
There's the last trophy. And here's the platinum.
No surprises there.
And there's me getting the Gorodamarong. 15 minutes, not counting all the times I paused and like used the ATB menu. That's how long it takes for you to do this. And I really could have shaved some of that, especially during the Shiva and Leviathan fights. Those have gone a lot better for me, but they went well enough for me to carry that victory onto the next round. And coming up, this, if you're interested, this is the secret cutscene you get for beating all of the challenges. Where you have a little conversation with Chadley.
Well done, Cloud.
I'm not sure why I paused it here. Here we go.
You've managed to fully tap into the potential once locked within you. Now that my research is at long last complete, I believe that it's time I told you the truth about myself. I'm not human. I'm a cyborg created to serve as Hojo's assistant.
Cyborg or
I
hologram?
was
What's
given
all this
knowledge
going
and power
on?
beyond that of a human. But I was robbed of free will, bound to obey the whims of my master. But when we met, Cloud, I sensed something within you. Something I knew would allow me to break free of my chains. By identifying and studying a
Why
subject with
does the
infinite
idea of
potential such as
cyborgs
yourself, I could adhere to the directives
break
imposed
my
upon me,
immersion with this
all
game
the
so
while
much?
pursuing my plans for independence in secret. Your combat data provided me with the vital information that I required to enhance my basic functionality. This is the result. Through my research and with your assistance, I have freed myself from Hojo's bondage.
Phrasing.
Cool.
Cool, yeah.
I cannot
Good job,
thank
kid.
you enough for your help. You've given me the power to finally live life on my own terms.
It's just like the
So,
game
What
itself.
are you gonna do now?
I'm not sure. It's all a big, wonderful mystery.
Just like the ending. Where you destroy the concept of fate and now you have free will.
It's nice. not knowing something for a change.
Hint, hint, player base, we changed the story for a reason. And that's the end of it. So, I hope you enjoyed that. This is actually much less of a hassle than I expected it to be when I first tried and failed this challenge. AP farming is not that hard when you find the good strategy and you get a good rhythm into it to max out those HP ups, MP ups. That was like 3 hours max, and it was easy enough that I could watch YouTube videos while I did it. So if you ever want to give it a try, you can do it, I guarantee you. But that's all I have for you tonight. This is PhillyMidlife signing out. Thank you for stopping.